technical stuff as we got going here. So I'm just trying to get things up and running, and everything seems to be working now as it was supposed to. But good to see everybody here tonight. Good to be on with you this evening. We'll give just a couple more minutes for folks to tune in and find us here. As we do, I hope that your day was good. I know our day here was full, and I know that I went down to the church today, and if you haven't seen pictures on Facebook yet, I know that Kelly Anson had shared these rocks that she painted that are on the front steps of the church. Really beautiful little reminders of how we are never alone. I encourage you to look up the pictures that Kelly Anson has posted, and we'll repost them onto our page too. I think we've got some good pictures of them, so we'll put them up too. We'll give just a couple more minutes for folks to tune in and take part. Oh, there we go. Take part in our little feed here tonight. I came downstairs. I'm realizing as I look at myself in the camera here that my hair is all kind of a mess. I've got this wild thicket of hair at this point, and I'm trying to decide if I should just keep growing it out until it's super long, or if I should just buzz it all off and go straight back to my receding hairline. So if you've got a vote on that, you're more than welcome to vote in our comments here. Good to see folks signing on. Jeannie, good to see you tonight. Laura, I'm glad that you're here. It's supposed to be on YouTube, or at least it should be streaming to YouTube sometime soon. I'm not sure why it's not there. I thought I had that kink worked out. But good to see you on here, Laura. Jeannie, good to see you on here. Mom, good to see you on here tonight. We'll just give a couple more minutes for folks to kind of tune in and be a part of this time if they want to be. It's been interesting to watch folks as they tune in and check in. My mom says that I should get my hair cut. I think I'm just going to, maybe get it so I can have a little bit of a man bun on top. How about that, Mom? A little bit of a man bun. There's plenty of ponytail holders in our house. Thank you for checking YouTube. I'm not quite sure why it's not showing up on YouTube. Hi, Jeannie Martin. Good to see you. We got a sweet note in the mail from you today. The girls were very happy to get a little sweet love note from you today. They talked about it at dinner. The mountains that were on the card. They love the mountains. So, well, I think folks will continue to tune in as we go. So tonight, we're going to return to our roots here on Wednesday Night Light. As we do these, Jeannie says I should grow out a mullet. Party or business in the front, party in the back a little bit. Business in the front, party in the back. I don't know. Something tells me that the other Reverend Motter would not approve of a mullet. Maybe I just don't think so. But good suggestion. Good suggestion. I'll take it under advisement. Shanna says that a mullet may violate our personnel policy. I don't know. Business in the front, party in the back. Well, anyway, tonight for Wednesday Night Light, we're going to return a little bit to some of our roots for our Wednesday night series. Anyone who attended in our incarnational phase of ministry a few months ago, where we were actually able to be physically together in person, knows that our Wednesday night series, we often would engage in a simple practice of a Benedictine examen. Our Benedictine examen was a simple moment where we got to sit and put both feet flat on the floor and ask some questions of our day and where we encountered God. We haven't done one of those in a while. I'm mindful in my own practice of faith, encountering God's Spirit in these days. It's been a challenge to remind myself to go back, to put both feet flat on the floor, to take some deep breaths, and to engage. So tonight we return to that practice. It's hard. As several people who are watching tonight will tell you, the practice of an examen and the practice of stilling and centering ourselves is one that we find exceptionally difficult when things are normal. Why would it be any different right now? I was reminded this week of a quote from Pierre Teilhard de Chardin. One of my favorite quotes, actually, that I had just kind of slipped away from. It's easy to forget the things that matter most to us at times. Desjardins says, "Trust in the slow work of God." Trust in the slow work of God. So tonight, for maybe 15 minutes, we're going to slow down. Return to our roots for these Wednesday night practices. And we're going to start in a really simple way. You know what's coming, right? Especially those of you who have done this before. Take one deep breath in through your nose, and then exhale out of your mouth. Now take both of your feet and put them flat on the floor. Flat on the floor, both feet. As you do that, wiggle your toes a little bit, settle your feet into the floor, and take your arms and your hands and just rest them on your knees. You can rest your hands with your palms up if you choose, but just find a comfortable spot where you can sit with both feet flat on the floor, with your hands on your knees, either palms up or palms down. Take another deep breath in through your nose and out through your mouth. One more in through your nose and out through your mouth. Check to make sure that your feet are both flat on the floor and that you have not crossed them underneath you. Check to make sure that your arms have not slowly found their way here, or here, or here. Rest them back on your legs. And take one more deep breath. If you've been part of our Wednesday nights before, you know that this time of checking in on ourselves starts with a little bit of a body check. We check in with the places where our spirits rest in our body. And we start up here at the top of our head on the very crown. We check in there and we point our attention and our energies to the tops of our heads. As though we were a jug filled with water, we imagine the waters sloshing around at the top of our being, back and forth, and yet we take a few breaths to still the pitcher, to rest the water, to bring a calmness about ourselves. As we draw our attention to the tops of our heads, we begin to feel as though that water starts draining out of our bodies, slowly down from the top of our heads all the way to our foreheads. Sense if you have scrunched your brow, if you are furrowed or relaxed, let loose and relax. Feel the water as it comes down slowly to your eye level. Notice if your eyes are clenched, if your eyeballs are searching behind eyelids. Bring them to a rest. Feel the water drain down past your ears and let your ears rest. Perhaps you have them scrunched up. Let them rest. Let the water continue to drain down through your cheeks. Let them relax. Through your jaw. Take your jaw and stretch it out. Let it relax. Let the tongue that is in your mouth rest on the bottom of your mouth. With your jaw open, your tongue resting on the bottom of your mouth, let that water drain slowly down to your neck. Slowly but surely, let that water drain down your neck, relaxing, stretching your neck and your head out. Let all the tension that is in your neck drain away. Down to your shoulders. As you notice your shoulders, are they hunched up towards your ears? Have you brought them up tensely? Or can you let them slowly but surely fall down and away? Relax your shoulders and feel the waters drain slowly but surely down to your shoulder line. They continue downwards until they reach your chest. Release any tension in your chest. Feel those waters as they drain down the part of your arm closest to your shoulders, down your biceps. Feel that water as it gets to your elbows and into your belly. If you have been holding your belly in all day, let loose. Relax. Let the waters continue to drain down your arms, down to the tips of your fingers, slowly but surely filling each finger last and then draining into your knees. Feel the waters as they move down through your rear region. Unclench and let loose. Feel yourself melt into whatever seat you are sitting in. Feel the waters as they drain through your legs, down your thighs. Slowly but surely release any tension and any anxiety that you hold in those legs. If you need to, kick your legs out and feel those waters as they reach your knees. Perhaps your knees are aching and sore tonight. Let them relax and rest. Feel the waters as they drain down through your calves. Clench and unclench those calves, letting loose all the anxiety that they hold as you feel those waters slowly but surely drain down to your ankles. Roll your foot around, feeling the tension leave those ankles, feeling the waters drain down through your foot, finally into the very soles of your toes, the place where your foot meets the ground, the pad. Feel it as the final piece of water that is in your body slowly but surely drains out of the tree trunks that are your legs into the ground beneath you. Take a deep breath in through your nose and out through your mouth. And allow yourself to rest in a moment. Calm and present. Perhaps this is the first time today that you have been able to rest. Perhaps this is the first time in the last few days that you have been able to rest. Perhaps this is the first time in a few weeks that you have been able to find rest. take a few moments to feel the way that your body has rested into your chair. Re-inspect the points of your body that are sorest, where your shoulders were up near your ears, where your belly was sucked in so far, but now you have let it loose, where your knees and your calves have been so tense, and yet finally you have released from them all of the anxious movement that is within them. Perhaps this is a time for you to take some rest. As you let your body rest, find yourself and your spirit held in the palms of God's hands. Held fast by God's grace, God's mothering comfort, God's deep and longing compassion for you. From the security of this place, held in God's hands, find a question to ask of yourself. Where in this day did I see God? Where in this day did I experience or see God? Perhaps it was in a kindness shared socially distant from a neighbor. Perhaps it was in a love note that came in the mail. Perhaps it was in the mercy of your morning coffee. Where did you see God? Still held fast in the security of God's hands, ask a new question. Where did I feel myself moving closer to God today? Where did I experience myself moving closer to God today? Notice that this question is one that requires something of you. Where in this day did you notice God anew? Where in this day did you exercise your faithfulness in a way that drew you closer to the sacred? Where in this day did you allow God's Spirit to lead you in practicing what you preach? Where today did you feel yourself moving closer to God? Still held secure in the hands of the most holy, cherished and beloved, ask yourself another question. Where in this day did I feel myself moving away from God? Where in this day did I sense myself moving away from God? Where in this day did I sense myself not living in to the way I hope to live in God's grace? Where in this day was shame present or guilt abiding? Where in this day did I believe in a narrative that called me anything less than God's charity in the hands of God? Ask yourself one more question. How will I seek God differently tomorrow? How will I seek God differently tomorrow? How will I lean more into the ways I pursued God this day? How may I believe less in the ways that caused distance and separation from the holy? How will I breathe and move and act in the ways of Jesus in which my heart believes? How will I live differently in God's grace tomorrow? If you still have your hands cupped together, recognizing that God has held you safe and secure in holy hands of care and compassion, lift your hands up and give thanks. Give thanks for this day and all that is in it. And let go, opening yourself to what may come as God leads you into tomorrow. Slowly but surely, come back to yourself. Take a deep breath in through your nose and out through your mouth. And slowly but surely, come back to yourself. Open your eyes as you feel comfortable. Maybe roll out your neck and slowly begin to wiggle your fingers and your arms and wake up back to your body. Having examined your day and given thanks to God for it and putting it to rest, know the blessing that comes with a life observed intentionally, graciously. So as we wrap up this time, remember the blessings that come from all of us on your ministry staff. Remember that you are good, that you are enough, that you are blessed and beloved just as you are. and hear those words again tonight from one of your pastors sincerely into your life. Amen. Amen. And amen. As we wrap up tonight's Wednesday Night Light, I want to make sure that you know that we will not have Wednesday Night Light next week. In fact, we're taking this little Wednesday time, as my jazz band director from high school used to say, we're taking this Wednesday night time to the woodshed. We're doing some retooling. We're examining the schedule that we've observed since we started our little digital reformation as community together. And we're asking questions about the best ways to reach our congregation together, to build relationship, and to continue a way of ministry that allows all of us to grow in faith. We're going to take it away for just a little bit and work on it, and then we'll be back with our summer schedule. That's right, it's May, which means summer is just around. So pay attention and listen in. We will be back with a Wednesday night opportunity that will be a little bit different than this. In fact, it may allow you to participate in some new ways, to engage your faith and to grow yourself differently. So have no fear. Next week, there will be no Wednesday Night Light. We'll retool, and you'll read more online as we decide and choose and plan for what's next. Friends, God's beloved, it's been great to be with you tonight, and I hope that the rest of your week is blessed, and beautiful, and well lived.